Hello and welcome back to the Buffaloes channel. This is Buffalo Madden football predictions for League 2 in the lower EFL divisions. We are bringing you the League 2 predictions for round 15 in the EFL League 2. So let's crack in, let's get underway. We're going to start off with a 12:30 kickoff between Colchester and Bromley. Here we go. So, Colchester versus Bromley. This one is being played at the Colchester Community Stadium. Colchester are home to Bromley. Colchester losing to MK Dons in a recent game in the FA Cup 3-2. It was a cracking game. It was a good game. They also drew 0-0 to Swindon. And before that, they were 3 wins from 3. But now they've 3 wins, 1 draw, and 1 defeat in their last 5. And Bromley are 2 wins and 3 defeats in their last 5 games. And the head-to-head record, they've only played 3 times, ladies and gentlemen. And their recent fixture was on the 18th of the 1st of 2025. So the 18th of January 2025, where Colchester won that one against Bromley 1-0. And then their recent game was in 2024, where that one ended 1-1. And then in 2009, Bromley lost 4-0 to Colchester. Colchester being at home, I fancy Colchester at home. I'll go Colchester 2, Bromley 1. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. And the odds for Colchester to win this one is 12-11. And if you fancy Bromley to cause the upset, Bromley are 12-5. Moving on swiftly to Crewe versus Shrewsbury. This is another 12:30 kickoff. And we are going to start with Crewe being at home. This one is being played at the Alexandra Stadium, which is Crewe's stadium. Crewe are 3 defeats and 2 wins in the last 5. And Shrewsbury are 3 wins and 2 draws in their last 5. And the head-to-head record suggests 3 wins for Crewe and 2 draws. I'm going for a draw here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going for Crewe 1, Shrewsbury 1. Thank you ever so much. Just to let you know, Crewe is in 9th and Shrewsbury is in 22nd. It's been a tough season, but I think at the moment Shrewsbury are playing good football. So I think this one is going to go down to the wire, and I think it could be a little drawy. We're going to move on to Barnet versus MK Dons. Barnet are playing at the Hive Stadium against MK Dons. So Barnet are at home. Barnet have got 2 wins in their last 5, 1 draw and 2 defeats in their last 5. And MK Dons having a good season at the moment. They are 3 wins from their last 5 and 2 defeats. And the head-to-head record, 2 wins for MK Dons, 2 draws and a win for Barnet. The table suggests MK Dons and Barnet are sat 12th. MK Dons are sat 4th. The odds suggest Barnet. I'm going to go for a little bit of an upset here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to go Barnet 1, MK Dons 2. Thank you ever so much on that one. We're now going to move on nice and quickly. That was a 3 o'clock kickoff. And we're going to move on to Barrow versus Grimsby. So Barrow at the moment are sat in mid-table in 15th on 18 points from 14 games. And Grimsby is at 6th on 14 games, 24 points. Good season so far for Grimsby. Barrow have not lost in their last 5 games. It is 3 wins, 2 draws. And Grimsby have picked up 3 wins and 2 defeats in their last 5 games. But one of them being an EFL Cup game to Brentford, which you can't really read into too much. The head-to-head suggests Barrow won their last 3 matches against Grimsby, but Grimsby have also won 2 matches against Barrow in their last 5 head-to-head matches. I'm going to go with Grimsby here. I'm going to go Barrow 0, Grimsby 2. So, going for a little bit of an upset, and I'm going for Grimsby, who are even money, and Barrow are 12-5 if you fancy them in the betting. If you fancy the draw, that is also 12-5 as well. Let's move on to Bristol Rovers and Gillingham. Bristol Rovers only 2 wins in their last 5 games and a very, very couple of heavy defeats in the middle of those. A 4-0 loss to MK Dons, a 4-1 defeat to Tranmere Rovers, a 4-0 defeat to Crawley Town, and a 2-1 win over Bromley to end that there. And Gillingham having a really hard time. That was due to Gareth Ainsworth. I hope Gareth Ainsworth is feeling better now. He had to go off for heart surgery. We've heard that he will be back on the touchline for this one. I'm going to go for a welcome home scoreline with Gareth Ainsworth back on the touchline. I'm going to go Bristol Rovers 1, Gillingham 2. Welcome back, Gareth Ainsworth. I hope you're doing all right, mate. It's really nice to hear that you are healthy now after your heart surgery. I'm glad it all went all right. Let's move on. We're going to move on to Chesterfield versus Accrington Stanley. Accrington Stanley against Chesterfield. Chesterfield are the home side. They will be playing this one at the SMH Group Stadium in Chesterfield. This one, not easy to predict this one. But 3 wins for Chesterfield in the last 5 games and 2 draws. But you've also got to look at Accrington Stanley were taken to extra time by Gainsborough in the FA Cup, so that was not at all great from them. Chesterfield have won twice against Accrington Stanley in their last 5 games against each other, and Accrington Stanley have won 3, but Chesterfield won their last game on the 3rd of May last season, and they won that one 1-0. I'm going for Chesterfield 2, Accrington 0. So I am going for the home tide to settle down and win again. And then we're going to go to Crawley versus Fleetwood Town. Crawley losing 3-0 to Boreham Wood after beating Bristol Rovers 4-0. Don't know how that changed so badly, but that is only 1 win in their last 5, 1 draw and 3 defeats, where Fleetwood have won 4 wins and 1 draw in their last 5 games. And in the head-to-head, it's 2 apiece. And Fleetwood have won the last 2 games against Crawley, though. 2-1 and 1-0. Crawley have won 2 as well. And they've also drawn 1. In this one, I'm going to go Crawley 1, Fleetwood 2. So I'm going for Fleetwood to win again and win again on the road. And if you fancy that, Fleetwood are 23-11, which averages around about 6-4 in the betting. Harrogate versus Oldham Athletic. Harrogate Town. Give us a sec. Oldham, Harrogate haven't won in their last 5 games, and Oldham have only won 1 of their last 5, but have drawn twice. Harrogate have won 3 meetings against Oldham, and Oldham have only won 1. They have only ever played 4 times though. They're both, well, the table can't split them. They're 18th and 19th. Oldham have only scored 12 and conceded 12. Harrogate have scored 15 and conceded 23. But I'm going to go for Oldham here because of that FA Cup win against Northampton. They showed a couple of goals against a higher opposition. So I'll go Harrogate 1, Oldham 2. And let's crack on with our next game. And if you fancy Oldham, you can have Oldham at 12 to 11, which is basically even money. Or you can have Harrogate at 5 to 2. And we're going to move on now quickly to Newport County against Walsall. Newport County against Walsall. Newport County have won 4 of their last 5 games, so they're having a bit of a better run of games recently. Walsall are top of the league, but have only won 2 of their last 5, 1 draw, 2 defeats, and they've only won 1 game against Newport in their last 5 head-to-heads. Newport have won 1 as well, and then the other ones have all been 3 draws in their last 5. I'm going for a draw here as well. I'm going for 1-1, and if you fancy the odds on a draw, then you can have 5 to 2 with bet 365. Moving on to Salford v Cambridge United. Salford City having a wonderful season, and they are owned by a lot of the Man United legends. Salford City looking to automatically be promoted at the moment, but to League One, which is really good. They're sat 3rd. They're on 25 points. They're 1 point behind first, and they're also 1 point behind second as well in the way of Swindon. I'm going Salford 2, Cambridge 1. And if you fancy that, you can have 11 to 10 with bet MGM. And if you fancy Cambridge for bet 365, you can have 9 to 4 or in and around that area. Let's move on to Swindon versus Tranmere Rovers. This is our final game of the League 2 fixtures of round 15. It's second place Swindon against 17th Tranmere. So the table suggests Swindon. Swindon are at home as well. So Swindon are at the county ground. The county ground is a very, very nice ground as well. Swindon have only won 1 of their last 5, picked up 2 draws in that time as well, and also have lost 2. Same with this one, with Tranmere, they picked up 1 win in their last 5, 2 draws and 2 defeats. The head-to-head suggests Swindon have won twice, Tranmere have won twice, and they've also drawn a game in their last 5 head-to-head. Swindon winning their recent fixture against Tranmere back on the 28th of January. They won that one 3-1. Because this is at the county ground, ladies and gentlemen, I fancy Swindon to win this one. I'll go Swindon 3, Tranmere 0. And thank you ever so much again, ladies and gentlemen. This has been the Buffalo Madden predicting all your League 2 EFL predictions for round 15 of the weekend's fixtures in League 2. Enjoy the run in Buffalo. Buffalo song written by your one and only Buffalo. As we then carry on into our next round of weekend fixtures, obviously as we come to the end of another weekend of football. Obviously next week there will be a very, very short amount of League One, and some maybe postpone League Two games as it is an international break, ladies and gentlemen. But we will be predicting the international games as well for you. So please stay tuned and enjoy the run in Buffalo. Thank you ever so much. Have a lovely evening and see you later. Goodbye.